contact the chairman of the California Republican Party. She is Jessica Patterson. Hi, Jessica. Welcome to the program. Nice to have you.
Hey, Mark, great to be with you.
So, first of all, how long you had this gig? About 5 years?
Yeah, I've been the chair since February of 2019.
Excellent. So, what's that been like? Let's set the stage with what a heroic uphill climb it is to be the Republican chairwoman in California. How's it going?
Well, it certainly was a heavy task. We came out of 2018. It was an incredibly dark time for California Republicans. We had just lost half of our congressional delegation. And we were essentially the third largest party in the state if you counted decline the states or no party preference as an actual organized party. There was more people choosing to be decline the states than Republicans. We knew we had to roll up our sleeves. We had to get to work. And we knew what our role here was in California. And at the time, that was to make Kevin McCarthy the next Speaker of the House. And in 2 election cycles, we picked up 5 congressional seats, 5 Republican congressional seats. We hadn't flipped a seat from blue to red since 1994. For some context, I was a freshman in high school the last time we had flipped even one seat. And we did it 4 times in 2020. And then we picked up that 5th seat in 2022 and locked up the House majority. We've also made incredible inroads on voter registration. Since I was elected in February of 2019, we've actually registered 700,000 new Republicans. And what we've seen in the last 9 months has been incredibly impressive. It's when we have picked up 160,000 new Republican registrations. In that same time, Democrats lost 106,000. And decline to states have also gone down 115,000. So I know people think of California as this very deep blue state, but we also have some pockets where we can make a difference nationally, and that's what we've been trying to do over the last 5 years.
Well, for congratulations on all of that. I mean, let's not go nuts. Trump is not going to win California. What is the definition of success? What will have you wake up on the morning of November 6th and say, wow, we did good?
Well, I think first of all, we know our role with the congressionals. We know holding the House majority and growing the House majority goes right through California. So we're going to be protecting 6 seats, those 5 that we picked up in the last 2 cycles. We've also added Congressman Ken Calvert. He got a tougher draw in the redistricting. And then we're going on the offense. We want to help grow the House majority. So we're looking at 3 additional pickups. But it is also our job on the national level to talk about Vice President Harris and her 20-year record, which started right here in California. Whether you're looking at her record as a district attorney, as the attorney general, as our U.S. senator, her failed policies in California is the reason California has lost a congressional district for the first time in its state's history. And so our job is also going to be educating the American people on her failed, radical, regressive policies that have hurt California and has made our state a place where more people are leaving than coming to.
Well, I'm in Texas, and since you and I started talking a few minutes ago, 5 or 6 businesses may have moved from your state to mine, and we love that around here. I love California, and it breaks my heart that it is so badly and ineptly run. So let's focus a little bit on the Kamala Harris California legacy. There is a logic that suggests, and it's weird, I hate the way it sounds, especially with you right here on the show with me, and I know you'll know the spirit in which it's intended. I can hear people say that Kamala Harris wants to turn America into California. And we don't mean with the beautiful natural resources or the strong entertainment venues. We mean some of the horrible Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom style policies. So is that fair? And if it is, what are the best policy arguments that Republicans can make that we do not want to have brought from the California political scene to the national political scene?
It absolutely is. And the reason people are leaving isn't because the views from our beaches and mountains have changed. It isn't because of the wonderful natural resources that you have talked about. When we talk about energy, and you also mentioned businesses from California leaving to Texas, just this past weekend, a business that has been here for 145 years, based right here in California, is Chevron. And they have decided to move their base of operations to Texas. And it is because of the Democrats led by people like Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom and their war on energy, the Green New Deal. We have the most natural resources when it comes to energy right here in California. We should be leading the country when it comes to energy. Instead, we have paying the highest gas prices in the entire nation. We have the highest gas taxes, and our roads aren't any better for it. And, you just need to go right over the border to Arizona to see the difference. And it's because those high regulations, the lack of permitting, and the war on energy that California Democrats have put on and have really affected the California consumer and the California driver. She wants to take those policies nationwide. She was the author of the Green New Deal over in the Senate. When we talk about public safety, I think that this is the number one issue that people are thinking of. Here in California 10 years ago, our Attorney General writes the title and summary for each statewide ballot initiative. We had Props 47 and Props 57. She titled one, the Safe Neighborhood and Schools Act. So that decriminalized theft up to $950. We had Prop 57, the Public Safety and Rehabilitation Act, which actually released felons into our communities. She was deceptive to the voters. 10 years later, we have a new proposition that is actually trying to clean this up. When you see these smash and grabs happening and stores closing, big chains and mom and pop stores, because they cannot handle the crime inside their stores, this is why. And we don't want this to happen to the rest of the nation. Her open border policies. This is something that started right here in California with her sanctuary city policies as the DA in San Francisco, sanctuary state policies as the Attorney General here in California. This is who she is. Believe who she is. She has shown us for the last 20 years, not just the last 3.5 years as the vice president and borders are.
I could not be happier that I asked, and I couldn't be happier to talk to you. Jessica Patterson, courageous chairman of the California GOP. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for being on the program. We appreciate all y'all hanging out. We're going to have Josh Krosh